everybody. I'm doing a Zodiac energy reading for Aquarius for the month of November. I'm going to go ahead and relax here and get tuned in and see what the message is for all of you. Okay. I feel there's, okay, it's weird. But there's like 3 bubbles of energy that are like marbles in a way. So they're not poppable. They're kind of like a buildup. And I can feel it in my lower abdomen. And it's been a bit ignored. There's a feeling of like I've stepped into, I don't want to define this as a void because it's not a void. It's just not, it's like air that's circulating, but I don't even feel the air upon my own skin. I feel like I don't have any handholds or footholds. I'm a bit sort of trying to figure out how to fly. These 3 large marbles, okay, in the lower abdomen, they represent something of, something that's unresolved, okay? We'll just call it that for right now. I'm going to see if I can define it better here in a minute. You don't want to look at it. I'm like, what's these 3 marbles? I don't know what you're talking about. You're just kind of like in a cylindrical space. It's not particularly large. There's air that's blowing around you, but you can't even feel it. You're just, there's nowhere to put, if you needed to climb out of this, you can't. You are going to have to be in this. But you're ignoring something of importance here. And this something of importance is accessible more than it's ever been before. Like it's almost, you can start to feel it now. It's something that you need to be introduced to. Potentially something you're not working on in yourself, something you weren't aware of in your life that you needed to see in order to make changes. I don't know just yet. It's still a bit of a mystery. All right, it's the problem. It's a weird problem. Life problem. This is associated with your sacral chakra and root chakra. And you see this? This is me transmuting stress right now for Aquarius. Because it's stressful to look at stuff that is a problem, right? Makes us uncomfortable. There's a lot of venting. Because when I get this reflection of Aquarius to just, it's okay, it's totally safe, let's just look at this. This gets really gross in my hands, and I feel like an instantaneous need from Aquarius to just vent a lot of passion and frustration and build up, okay? Build up. And these almost become mudslinging balls, okay? So now what's in my hands, like, ew, this is gross, is now in Aquarius' hands, and they're like snowballs of mud, and you're like wanting to sling it in the direction of what is really bothering you the most right now, okay? And you want to, it's like you're venting. You're totally venting. You want whatever this is. I don't know if it's a person, an event, problem in your life. Could be money, could be a job, could be anything, you know? But you're wanting yourself, your identity, your emotions, your feelings to be received by that something. You're wanting them to get the mud in the face so they can have a freaking clue about you. Because it's almost like you haven't been able to properly work through this. To properly express yourself in this, to properly finalize whatever this is about. It might not even be something that can be finalized. It could just be life. But it's been bottling up and building up, and this is like an ultimate just sort of like release. Okay, the next thing. These balls are reappearing here. They're like mudslinging snowballs, large marbles. And they appear in the lower abdomen. They have to do with sacral chakra. and root chakra, okay? So, I mean, they literally represent the pleasures of life. And now we have 3 mudslinging balls in an area where we're grounded in the pleasures of life. That tells me that Aquarius is not grounded in the pleasures of life, but is needs to resolve some issues. Okay, this is getting really hard. The scene is shifting a bit, and it's difficult, okay? Suddenly, there's 3 growths that appear, and there's a witch doctor. Literally, a doctor that is inspecting these 3 growths is actually kind of a manipulative witch-like creature. And it's very awkward and uncomfortable. And you feel gross. And it just feels like you're in a swamp right now. So what I do is I just touch your third eye. Because you're venting out illusions, okay? This is all any type of emotions that are angry, that are gross, that are awkward, that are embarrassing, that are the pain. It's all coming out. Any of this kind of overlay, it's all part of the healing process, okay? So there's a lot of the healing process, so you got to get practical. It almost feels like not being practical would actually be part of the healing process more than being practical about it. So it could be good to just get a little bit of fantasy in the release process because it's just a lot of energy that needs to come clean, to come out. So when we get practical, we could be, grounded. We could be tuned into the real world, or, it helps us get through the day to day. But when we get more into the fantasy, it could be more emotional in the heart, more spontaneous. It just could be just complete venting. But what we're doing is bringing harmonious balance to your sacral chakra and root chakra, which is something that you need authentically, need this right now. That's what they're showing me for Aquarius. I'm just going to stay with it for just another minute, okay? I tell you, the most important thing you can do is just simply take a look at this, okay? Acknowledge the unresolved emotions. There's some things you just want to make it go away. It just doesn't go away. So now you have to live with 3 gross muddy balls. I mean, they literally are. In the sacral chakra root area. It's just like, it's a grossness. It's like, I can't get it out of my body and off my skin, or like, it's just like a gross feeling or gross thing. I say, this doesn't make you gross, though. You're not gross. So this is part of the healing process. Because if you're feeling gross, it has nothing to do with the true you. It has to do with the healing process. So don't look at the problem and then feel gross about it or less than about it. Feel the truth in yourself, so that way you can keep some separation. I feel like that's the practical side of what I feel. I need to just put it out there. Get back to, well, who are you truly? So some things in life feel gross. That's part of the healing process. But you aren't gross. You are beautiful. So that's what I have to share, okay? I was looking for any final messages, any tips, because I don't like to leave any zodiac signs wondering, well, what the heck am I supposed to do with that? Well, vent. Vent however you need to. It doesn't seem like there's any right or wrong way. It might even be a bit weird or awkward, and so just let the dance be whatever it needs to be. You're going to get through this, and on the other side, you're going to have a much brighter sacral chakra and root chakra. So just let that be the direction, okay? Just let that be the truth. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I also have 2 other YouTube channels, so you can check me out at Abbey Normal and at Abbey Psychic Services. You can also find me on Patreon at patreon.com/abbeynormalswisdomquest. All right. Thank you all again. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my YouTube channel. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your November.